Right, today in Jewish history. So tonight is the final night, or tomorrow the final day we don't say Passover of the month of Sivan. We include the Shiva, we name the days that we would fill in for the days we missed. Normally on Yom Tiv, on Sukkot and Pesach, so you had the whole Yom Tiv for people to bring their carbon, people come to Beis Hamikdash, they would bring their carbon. You had a whole Yom Tiv for them to bring it on the Mizbeach. Shavuos, he did it was only one day in Israel, and so they had, just like every other Yom Tiv, you have a full week to make up for it, and that's tomorrow, tomorrow, and then after that's back to Tachnon. Also, there were some claim lost tribes or whatever, which they would celebrate their Shavuos tomorrow. Ethiopian Jews, for example, claim, or Ethiopian claim Jews, whatever how you say it, I don't know. They say that, they would celebrate Shavuos on the 12th of Sivan. Because the Torah says, in Machras HaShabbos, they start counting 50 days from the day after Shabbos. So the Gemara tells us that the day after Shabbos is referring to the day after Yom Tiv, the day after Pesach. They also learned, so the Stukim would say, no, it's the day after Shabbos, Shabbos is Shabbos. But there were those, that's what they're claiming, isn't it? It's not true. Huh? Sounds like, no, Tzedukim say Shabbos. That's Tzedukim say. But they translate Yom Tiv after the second day of Yom Tov of Pesach, the last day of Pesach, after the whole Pesach. They translated Pesach as the whole Pesach. Just like we say, Pesach, we mean the whole Pesach.
That's what we do right after the first day of Pesach, we start counting the second day. Ethiopians start counting whenever Shabbos is. And Ethiopians, they do after Pesach.
Right. They count that. So the day after, 50 days from there, Hamishim Yain, Tisach Hamishim Yain would be 50 day would be tomorrow. So Ethiopians do it tomorrow. Now, according to halacha, they're not they're not considered Jewish. They have to go through a conversion. They want to be considered. They don't. If right, if
when they didn't make it the tradition part.
no.
The people who then they call them also
Some people say it's a proof that but it could be they lost the Messiah. I mean, if they were really Jewish. Anyway, today they're not. Anyway, they were intermarried, so forget about it. They were intermarried, so forget about it, about being Jewish. And that's why in Israel, according to Rabbi Nut, they have to go through conversion. Of course, but let's say it's true. It could be they lost the Messiah. They didn't have. It could be they lost. They got mixed up. Obviously. Yeah.
Is the Gemara was talking about exactly about this?
Of course. But they don't learn Gemara. They didn't learn Gemara.
No, that's
whatever.
on the
Yeah, of course. That's why you learned it. They didn't learn it, so you don't know. And that's why, if they were at one point Jewish, if they were, then obviously they lost it. No. It's two different Yom Tovs. We celebrate it the same day, but it's two different things. There's one thing Chag HaBikurim, which is 50 days after L'Macharas Shabbos, whatever day you count that, which of course we know is the first day of Pesach. And then there's the day we got the Torah. In times of the Gemara, they could fall on 2 different days. Because we would count the months based on when people would see up here based on when we saw. According to Bezdin, that's when we count the months. So whether the month has 29 to 30 days, a day difference, right? A day difference, right? Yeah, a day difference. All right. What are we holding over here? Oh, so we're holding the laws of Shema. What happens? Because last time we finished discussing how you're supposed to do it in order, just like when we write it, we write the Shema in the Zuzah or Tefillin, we said it's coding, and coding just like if you put the dot after the comma or after the or put it not after, put it 1 letter difference, put an extra dot, put 1 more dot. You're not going to get to where you have to get to. Put in google.com. Only 1 little dot, teeny. Still, you're not going to get coding. You're not going to get to the destination you have to get to. There's no mercy. Hashem, no? Maybe Google has to figure it out. But if you go to chabadchayil.org, it's not going to work. Huh? No one else. Huh? Yeah.
A lot of companies buying misspelled versions of their name.
Right. But I don't think 2 dots. Anyway, a little difference, and you're not going to get to your destination. But Hashem is a little. We were discussing the other night about how my brother's tefillin was wrong, right? And obviously this one was also wrong. And so someone asked, so what happened? So all that time they didn't put on. What happens? I don't know what happens. You didn't do the mitzvah. You meant well. So at least you meant to do the mitzvah. So I'm sure Hashem in his mercy gives you some type of credit. Whatever, I don't know how it works.
That's why you check.
That's where they check them. What we're saying is, I'm saying it's a story my brother. We're saying a different story. My brother checked his tefillin every year till he was 19 years old. He checked it one. Never checked it. If you check it every week, once a week, something is wrong. They're a little OCD. I know the Rebbe encouraged people to check every year.
Year is
Shulchan
fine.
Aruch says twice in 7 years,
Yeah.
but the Rebbe would encourage every year.
Before the traffic is the weather.
It depends what's fun. I think today's phone is better than it used to be. I think what Gatzot, regular Gatzot's filling. I think it's better quality.
Inside, but the outside now it's thick.
Depends. You can get cheaper ones, you get thick, you get thinner ones, you get thicker ones. You get Dakot, you get Gatzot. I don't know. I didn't live pound, but that's what I think we have today. Better, you get cheaper ones, but the better ones you get. Hey, fine. I think it's higher quality today. The box we're talking about that, and the cloth also. You have higher quality cloths today. They have these things that were invented. There's better inks today. There's better cloths today. Of course, there is absolutely. They invent there's new inventions in the ink. You could buy go on any of the Safras websites, the ones that sell Safras goods, and you'll see the past couple years there's a new ink called, I think what's it called. But it's a new ink which they tweaked it.
Yeah. Well,
And better
secret
ink.
where they have like red letters.
Red?
Red, because whatever material that you used to drink before, it weathered and then it cut.
Brownish.
It's,
Brown.
oh yeah, brownish. I think that's because it was like iron or something inside of it.
I don't know, but they fade. Sure, maybe they had better kavana. They had, but today we have better technology. You remind me. They say this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This Israeli and Texan. This Israeli and Texan were having an argument. The Texan said he dug in his field, and they found copper 500 feet down. That means that they had telephones 500 years ago. They found copper wire. The Israeli said we dug 500 feet down, and there was nothing. That means we had wireless.
I'll show you.
I'm sure. In any case, we have to make sure when we say the Shema that we do it in order. We can't mix up the order because it's just like coding. Shema is our code, and the code has to be in order. What happens if you don't remember? You said Shema, you didn't have to say Shema. Okay, remember? You say it again. Unlike a bracha, we are suffix bracha lahakol. The rule is that if you're not sure if you made a bracha or not, we don't make another bracha. Why? Because when it comes to saying Hashem's name, you don't say Hashem, you don't just say Hashem. Okay, we'll make another bracha. I remember when I was in first grade, I remember exactly what I had. I remember it was an applesauce, and I learned that you're supposed to make 100 brachas. My teacher was Rabbi Wright, first grade, in Russian Parkway. And I remember taking a spoon of applesauce, making a bracha, taking a spoon of applesauce, making half the bracha. Taking another spoon, making a bracha, and applesauce, making another bracha. Not allowed to do that. It's not allowed. But I was trying to get 100 brachas in. I was trying to calculate 100 brachas. But we're not supposed to make brachas. We don't remember we made a bracha. You don't just make a bracha. But when it comes to saying Shema, Shema is a verse of Torah, and you can say a verse of Torah a million times. It's not a problem. Therefore, you can say it again. No problem. This says in the Sifri that the whole Gan Eden was created for people to say Shema. Discussed the other night the story of Yaakov when he met Yosef after 22 years, and he was yearning to see him, and he took that energy and he devoted it to saying Shema. So at that time, the gates of Gan Eden opened up. It says that that's what it was created for. It was created for saying the Shema. The Gemara says that one of the reasons why the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed was people were not careful about saying Shema. Talking about that, so the Gemara tells that says in Ayin Yai that what's more important. Shema discusses our love for Hashem. Discusses our love for Hashem. Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, it says, because people didn't have love for each other. But it says that our love for each other, it says in the Torah, should be more than our love for Hashem. Our love for Hashem has to be so much, but our love for each other has to be even more. And so perhaps it goes together with what the Gemara says, that love Hashem loves, exactly. Story of the Ger Rebbe. First Ger Rebbe, Yitzchak Meir, Alter. So someone once came out to him after Kair. So a guy came over to him and he said, "You believe in Torah, right?" He says, "Of course." Because well, in Torah it says, in the Shema it says that those who follow Hashem's will are going to prosper. All the blessings we get if we do the right thing. He says, yeah. He says, well, I've been sinning for whatever amount of years. Look how wealthy I am. What do you say about that? So basically, Mayor Garrett told him, says, used to be observant, right? Yeah. You used to say the Shema, right? You said it Shema. That's how you know what it says in the Shema. You said the Shema, right? Yeah. Says, you said the Shema. You said it only once, and look how much Hashem rewarded you. Can you imagine how Hashem would reward you if you said it more times the Shema? And the way the story goes, instead of, he was expecting the Yitzchak Meir of Ger to give him over the head. And he didn't. He just told him something with love. And it was that word of love that turned him around, and he started saying Shema again. Right, shall I go on, man?
Adonai Vitam Amas. I'm not there, but Marcos rețin Hebrew mășăne sau camșo, sim paraba ve Marcova. Marcos gara benakva, porque eu me mexa zay vi onu ve onu. Bina mai ki father nes yako, eu me ada fazla fumano bara hato, bina go al Israel. Viskada, Shmirabo,
Amen.
Yaman Jerusalem, Proposal, Kind of Machine,
Amen.
I can make a kind of Israel about Montgomery in Norway. Shmirabo, Barak, Nelamais, Barak, Shavang, Simon, Mistas, Avis, others, Alex Solo, Schmidt, Kushabri, Element of the cost of Strauss, because of Nakamasa, Damian Belmont in Romaine, Jessica Belsis, and the Hobby Straw, Pattern Schmime in Romaine, Asian Rabba Minchmai, the time to the Molino in Romaine. This is all you know, that's a trouble in about place off. من أمر بها أدنى مخرج بين من قادش ما يقال.
Amen. 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 לפיכך חייב להם תהיינו מצווה שלהם על דרך מצווה צדקאי יגדול תהיינו ויגדל רבונן קדוש רבונן אמן 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 יש לי נעבור אמן אמן Amen. 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 Yeah, should kayak tomorrow morning 8:40.